Alright guys, today I'll be making a tier list on all the kits, and it's based on how good I think the kits are in ranked, so let's get started. Alright, so first up we got the Adetunde kit, and I'd say it's like in the C tier, because if you're against good players with the Adetunde kit, they're not gonna let you upgrade your hammer, but it could actually be like a bit higher, like in the B or A tier against bots, because they'll just feed you a bunch of crystals, but like in high rank lobbies, I'll just put it in the C tier. Alright, the next kit is Airy. I think Airy used to be a S tier kit, but then they made it so when you die you lose some of your stacks, so I think right now Airy's probably like an A tier kit. The next kit we have is Agni, and Agni's a pretty terrible kit for ranked. Like, I think it's probably like in the D or F tier. I'm just gonna put it in F tier. The next kit we have is the Alchemist kit, and the Alchemist kit is also pretty terrible, but it has a few good things like its heal potion and sleep potion, but I think it's still an F tier kit. The next kit we have is Arachne, and I think it's like a F tier kit as well, but it is good for solos and win streak 1v1, but this is only a ranked tier list, so I'm just gonna put it in the F tier. The next kit we have is Archer, and there's so many other better bow kits than Archer, but it does have one good thing about it, which is the extra damage you get on all your projectiles, so I'm gonna put it right here in D tier. Alright, we got the Ares kit next, and I actually think this kit is pretty good. Like, it's kind of underrated, so I'm actually going to put it in the B tier, because the spears do so much damage, and they also have the static effect, which can stop people's healing. Next up, we got Axolotl Amy. This is actually a pretty solid kit, and if you have a Noel heal slime on top of this, you're like pretty tanky, so I think I'm going to put it at like the top of B tier. Next kit we have is Baker, and this is actually another solid kit because like the speed pies and golden apples can be pretty useful sometimes, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier too. The next kit we got is Barbarian, and if you actually get the Rage Blade on Barbarian, it can be pretty good, and Barbarian's also pretty good when you pair it up with the Whisper kit, so I'm gonna put it right here in the C tier. The next kit we got is Beekeeper, and Beekeeper was like meta in season 10, but then they nerfed it a lot, but there's also just so many other better resource kits than Beekeeper, so I'm gonna have to put it in the C tier. The next kit we have is the Bexat kit, and I haven't used it much, but I know it's like a bow kit like Archer, but I don't think it's that good because I haven't seen anyone use it, so I'm just gonna put it right with Archer in the D tier. Alright, we got Bounty Hunter now, and this is just a terrible kit. Like, there's so many kits that do its job way better. Like, for example, Miner is just a better version of this kit, so I'm gonna have to put this kit right in the F tier. Next up, we got the Builder kit, and the Builder kit's actually pretty good for rush strats, so if you're against a rush strat, it's probably in like the B tier because you can defend your bed well, but if you're against like a normal strat, I'll just put it in the C tier. Alright, next up we got the Caitlyn kit, and this kit has been meta for so long, like since season 7 when it came out, and it used to be S tier, but it did get nerfed, so I'm gonna have to put it in the A tier with Aerie. Alright, next up we got the Cobalt kit, and this kit is pretty terrible, but I don't think it's F tier terrible. It's probably like in the D tier because the shields can be useful sometimes in PvPs. Next up we got the Cogsworth kit, and this kit is just terrible. Like, the little drone things that spawns just do nothing, and sometimes they even just like glitch out, so I'm gonna have to put this right here in F tier. Next up we got the Conquer kit, and this is another pretty terrible kit, but it could be good sometimes because like the knockback flag can help you for some bed breaking, so I'm gonna have to put it like right here in the D tier. Next up we got the Crocowolf kit, and this kit's actually not that bad when you lose your bed because you get an insane speed boost, and you could clutch up some 1v5s if you're in like low ranks, so I'm gonna have to put this kit in like the C tier. Next up we got the Crypt kit, and this kit would be in the F tier, but it is good for some rush strategies, so I'm gonna have to put it in like the D tier, I guess. Next up we got the Cyber kit, and this kit's just pretty terrible. Like, you can break the drone so easily and just get free loot. It's basically just a loot box, so I'm just gonna put this in the F tier. Next up we got the Death Adder kit, and I actually like this kit a lot. It used to be like S tier before they nerfed it because it was so good for bed breaking, but right now I feel like it's probably a B tier. The next kit we got is the Dino Tamer Dom kit, and this kit was like only good in season 6, but right now it's pretty terrible, so I think I'm gonna have to put it in the F tier. Next up we got the Drill kit, and the Drill kit's actually not as bad as I thought because like the drills are pretty hard to kill, and it also did get a buff this update. I forget what the buff is, but it's probably like in the D tier over here. Next up we got the Elder Tree kit, and this kit did get a buff this update to the orb spawn rate, and I actually used it in my last video. I think this kit's pretty good. It's probably like right in the B tier. Next up we got the Eldritch kit, and this kit was actually pretty good until they nerfed it, and it's also pretty easy to counter if you just have the static enchant, but I think it's probably in like the C tier. Next up we got the Electric kit, and it's pretty good for like bed breaking and stalling, but I would use it for like solos or win streak 1v1, not ranked, so I think it should go in like the B tier. The next kit we got is the Ember kit, and like the only good thing about it is you could spawn kill with the Berserker enchant, but other than that it doesn't really have anything going for it, so I'm gonna have to put the Ember kit in the C tier. Next up we got the Evelyn kit, and this kit is just terrible for ranked. So like maybe for solos it's okay, but for ranked it is not it, so I'm gonna have to put it right in F tier. The next kit I got is the Farmer kit, and I think it's pretty underrated, and it can give you so much loot, but the only thing is they can actually break your crops, so I'm gonna have to put it in the B tier. Next up we got Fisher, and Fisher is actually RNG, because if you get the goldfish at like the start of the game it could be S tier, but if you just get terrible fish it could be like C or B tier, so I'm just gonna put it in the middle at B tier. Next up we got the Flora kit, and it got buffed this update, but I still don't think it's that good for ranked, so I'm probably just gonna put it in like the C tier. Next up we got the Fortuna kit, and I think this kit's pretty useless, but I don't know if it's F tier useless, so I think I'm just gonna put it in like the D tier. The next kit we got is the Freya kit, and this kit actually used to be a good jugging kit, but like I feel like there's so many other better options now, so I'm just gonna put it in like the C tier. The next kit we got is a Frosty kit, and the only use I see for this kit is like dropping snowballs to your Caitlyn jug so the Caitlyn can like spam snowballs and get contracts, but like other than that I think it's pretty useless, so I'm just gonna put it in the D tier. The next kit we got is a Gingerbread kit, and this kit's actually really good if you're able to master it because you can just stall the enemy team, so I'm gonna have to put it in A tier, but I think it's only A tier if you're actually good at the kit. Next up we got Gompy, and Gompy is like a pretty bad kit, but I can't lie, the knockback it does sometimes is insane, so I'm gonna put it in like the D tier. The next kit we got is the Grim Reaper kit, and this kit's so useless and ranked, like it's just an outdated kit, so it's gonna have to go in the F tier. The next kit we got is Grove, and this kit's actually not that bad for ranked, because you can get these seeds that speed up your generator, and in ranked like 5v5s that could actually be really useful, so I'm gonna put it in like the C tier. The next kit we got is the Hannah kit, and this kit's only good in like rush strategies if you're using sticks, because you can Hannah people and then your sticks can make a portal, but even then people can just gloop you and then your Hannah's disabled, so this is going right in the C tier. Next up we got the Hephaestus kit, and I actually think this kit's pretty good and it's really underrated, so it's gonna go right in the B tier. The next kit we got is the Ignis kit, and this kit was only good in like season 9 with the Umbra strategy because you could give your Umbras a bunch of shield, but like right now it's just complete garbage, so I'm gonna have to put it in the F tier. The next kit we got is the Infernal Shielder kit, and this kit's really good for like countering people with headhunters or stalling the enemy team, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. The next kit we got is the Jack kit, and this kit is just terrible because the oil blobs are a waste of your resources, so I don't even think it deserves F tier because it's like a negative kit, so I made its own tier called the Delete tier because I want Bedwars to delete this kit, so yeah, it's going right here. The next kit we got is the Jade kit, and this kit actually got buffed this update, and I don't think it's that bad. It is like a worse version of the Void Regent kit, but I think it can go in like the D tier. The next kit we got is Kaida, and this kit used to be like a S tier kit in season 11 when you could hit through walls, but right now I think Kaida's probably like a really high B tier kit, like B+. The next kit we got is Kalia, and this kit was insane in season 6, but it's not season 6 anymore, and right now I'd say this kit's probably just like in the C tier. Next up we got the Crystal kit, and I've actually never used this kit. All I know is it's a movement kit, but I've never seen anyone use this kit in like high lobbies and ranked, so I'm just gonna put it in the C tier and assume it's not too terrible. The next kit we got is the Lonnie kit, and this kit's actually pretty good with rush strategies because if your teammates go to the enemy base you can Lonnie to them, so I'm gonna put it in like the B tier. The next kit we got is the Lassie kit, and I actually like this kit a lot, and it does have this cool thing where if you get Cloud you can like Lassie people in the void, so I'm gonna put this kit in the B tier. The next kit we got is the Leanne kit, and this kit's just not good for ranked, but I don't think it's F tier bad, it's probably just like C tier. The next kit we got is a Lucia kit, and this kit's actually pretty good for ranked if you pair it up with a Whisper, because you can get some candy and then escape with your Whisper. So I'm gonna put it in B tier if you have like a Whisper. The next kit we have is a Lumen kit, and this kit actually used to be really good when the glitch was still around. And if you don't know what the glitch was, you were like able to spam your Lumen sword abilities, but right now I don't think it's that good, so I'm just gonna put it in the C tier. The next kit we have is the Lilac kit, and this is probably the best like bow kit, so I'm gonna put it right in the A tier. Next up we have the Marina kit, and this kit's actually pretty good for bed defending, and it also gives the static effect, so I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. Next up we got the Melody kit, and this kit's just not that good. Like, there's not many uses for it, but it is an F tier, so I think I'm just gonna put it like here in the D tier. The next kit we got is Merchant Marco, and this kit is pretty terrible. Like, the Ren kit literally can do what Merchant Marco does, but for the whole team, because Merchant Marco only gives yourself discounts, while Ren gives your whole team a discount on items in the shop, so I'm just gonna put this in the F tier. The next kit we got is the Metal Detector kit, and this kit's so good for loot, and it's really good for solo queuing and full team queuing, so I think this is the first kit that deserves the S tier. Next up we got the Milo kit, and this kit's only good in like low rank lobbies because you can like be sneaky and get some bed breaks, but like if you're like in any rank higher than platinum, it's probably just in the C tier. Next up we got the Miner kit, and I actually think this is a pretty good kit, and it's really good against rush strategies because you can just farm bodies off of the people rushing you, so I think this kit deserves the B tier because it can give you some insane loot sometimes. Next up we got the Nazar kit, and this kit actually got a buff a while ago which made it really good, so I think this kit deserves the B tier. Next up we got the Noel kit, and this kit's really good if you pair it up with like a Jug kit because you can give your Jug a heal slime, so I think this kit deserves like an A tier. The next kit we got is the No kit, and I'm not sure why it's on the tier list, but I'm just gonna put it in the delete tier with Jack. But I actually think the No kit is slightly better than Jack because with Jack you have to waste your resources on oil blobs. The next kit we got is the Nyoka kit, and I think this kit's actually pretty underrated. Like, if you pair it up with a Noel heal slime, it could be pretty solid, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. The next kit we got is the Nyx kit, and this kit used to be like really good in season 8, but it's really just not that good anymore. So I think it deserves to be in like the C or B tier. I'm just gonna put it in C. Next up we got the Pirate Davy kit, and this kit's really good in like rush strategies because you could davy your whole team to the enemy base and go for early bed breaks, and it's also good with Lanny, so I think this kit deserves to be in like the A tier. Next up we got the Pyro kit, and this kit's actually not that bad. Like, it was really good in season 10 with Star Collector, but right now I think the Pyro kit's just a B tier. The next kit we got the Raven kit, and this was another really good kit in season 10 because you could pair it up with the Plunder enchant and steal people's loot, but right now the Raven kit is still actually not that bad, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. The next kit we got is the Santa kit, and this kit's still pretty terrible even though it got buffed this update. Like, it's better just to buy the TNT by itself than buy the Santa thing, so I'm just gonna put this in the delete tier. Next up we got the Sheep Herder kit, and this kit actually can do some crazy damage if you collect all your sheep. I'm pretty sure when you die you lose all your sheep, so because of that I think this deserves to be in the C tier. Next up we got the Sheila kit, and I feel like this is like a B plus kit because it's a really good jugging kit, but it's also not as good as like Aerie or Kaylin, so I'm just gonna put this in the B tier for now. Next up we got the Sigurd kit, and this kit's really good if you're in like a low rank because you can get some quick bed breaks and quick wins, but like if you're in any rank above plat, I feel like this is just not that good of a kit, so it probably deserves to be in like the C tier. Next up we got the Skull kit, and I've actually never used this kit, so I don't know how good or bad it is, but I've never seen anyone use this in ranked, so I'm just gonna put it in the D tier. Next up we got the Smoke kit, and this kit's actually pretty good for bed breaks because you can get like a invis potion and go invisible with this kit, but the thing is Ren actually is able to also get an invisible potion but for your whole team, so I feel like the Smoke kit isn't that useful anymore, so I'm just gonna put it in like the C tier. Next up we got the Spirit Catcher kit, and this kit would be in like the D or F tier, but like a lot of people haven't noticed, this kit got an insane buff where basically your spirits now do armor penetration, so I actually think this kit could go in the B tier. Next up we got the Star Collector Stella kit, and this kit alone is probably like really bad, but when you're in a team like 5v5 ranked, it could be really good, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Next up we got the Sticks kit, and this kit's like insane for rush strategies because if you kill one person at the enemy base you can keep teleporting there, and it did used to be S tier but then they nerfed like the portal health thing, so I think I'm just gonna put it in A tier. Next up, we got the Talia kit, and all I know about this kit is you can like throw chickens at people, so I'm assuming it's not that good, so I'm just gonna put it in like the D tier. Next up, we got the Terra kit, and this kit's pretty good if you're in like a low rank, because you can get some good bed breaks, but like other than that, it's not really that good, so I'm just gonna put it in the C tier. Next up, we got the Trapper kit. This kit's pretty bad, but not as bad as people think, because if someone walks in your trap, it also gives them the glooped effect, so they can't even pearl away. So I'm gonna put the Trapper kit in the C tier. Next up, we got the Trinity kit, and I haven't seen anyone use this kit since like season 1, so I'm assuming it's not that good, so I'm just gonna put the Trinity kit in like the C tier. Next up, we got the Trident kit, and this kit is pretty good for bed breaking if you're in like a low rank, but they did nerf it unfortunately, so right now I think the Trident deserves to be in C tier. Next up, we got the Trixie kit, and this is like a really new kit, so I'm not sure if it's good for ranked, but for like solos it's definitely like S tier, but for ranked I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna put it right in the B tier. Next up, we got the Yuma kit, and I actually think this kit's pretty underrated because you can like just spam your creature things on people, so I think this kit deserves to be in the B tier. Next up, we got the Umbra kit, and this kit's main use is just for like rush strategies, because you could Umbra your Davy, and then your Davy could go to the enemy base, then you can teleport and go for a bed break, but other than that, it's not really that good, so I'm just gonna put Umbra in B tier. Next up, we got the Silas kit, and I feel like Silas is just a ripoff of Conquer, but a bit better, so I'm gonna put it like above Conquer in the C tier. Next up, we got the Yumiko kit, and this kit was insane until they nerfed it. Like, it was probably S or A tier, but right now, like after it got nerfed, it's probably a B tier kit. Next up, we got the Vanessa kit, and I don't think this kit's that good because like the triple arrows are really hard to hit, and like it costs a lot of iron because it uses 3 arrows for 1 shot, so I'm gonna have to put this kit in like the C tier. Next up, we got the Void Knight kit, and this kit's actually pretty good, and also when you die with this kit, you don't feed any bounty because you don't have any armor, so I think this kit should go in the B tier. Next up, we got the Void Regent kit, and this is just like a better version of the Jade kit, and if you pair it up with a Whisper, it's actually pretty good, so I'm gonna put it in like the B tier if you have a Whisper. Next up, we got the Vulcan kit, and this kit was so good in season 7 because of the knockback it did, but they kind of nerfed the knockback, so right now I think the Vulcan kit's probably like a D tier or F tier. I'm just gonna put it in the D tier. The next kit we got is a Warden kit, and this kit's only purpose is like rush strategies, but other than that it's pretty bad, so I'm just gonna put this in like C tier. Next up, we got the Warrior kit, and it's pretty terrible, but it's not as bad as Santa or Jack, so I'm gonna put it in like the F tier. Next up, we got the Wim kit, and this is a really good kit that got nerfed. It used to probably be like an A or S tier, but after the nerfs, I think it deserves to be in B tier. Next up, we got the Whisper kit, and this is a really good kit if you pair it up with like a Jug, and I feel like the Whisper is like B+, so I'm just gonna put it in the B tier for now since there's no B+. The next kit we got is the Ren kit, and this definitely used to be an S tier kit until it got nerfed because they made the potions cost more iron, but I still think it's like an A tier kit because it's so useful in a team, because like the shield potion, jump potion, speed potion, poison potion, they're just all so useful in a team, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Next up, we got the Exurot kit, and I haven't really seen anyone use this kit, and I kind of forgot what it even does, so I'm just gonna put it in the D tier. Next up, we got the Yamini kit, and there's a few good things about this kit, like you take reduced fall damage and you can climb walls, but I don't think it's in the B tier. I think it would be like a C+ tier, but since there's no C+ tier, I'm just gonna put it in the C tier. Next up, we got the Yeti kit. This kit's actually pretty good for bed breaking, because like if you use a Yeti ability on blocks, you can like break the blocks way faster, so I think the Yeti kit deserves like a B tier. Next up, we got the Yuzi kit, and this is just like a terrible kit in ranked. It doesn't really have any purpose. I don't think it's as bad as Jack or Santa, but I think it goes in the F tier. Next up, we got the Zenith kit, and I think this is actually a pretty underrated kit, but it does have some weaknesses, like if you die, you lose your Zenith, and the enemy team can also just break your Zenith thing, so I'm gonna put the Zenith kit in B tier. Next up, we got the Xeno kit, and I think this is a really good kit because of the R ability, because if you gloop someone and then use the R ability, they're basically dead, and also the Xeno kit has the static effect, so I feel like Xeno deserves an A tier. And the last kit we have is the Zephyr kit, and this is actually a pretty good kit, because if you get like a lot of Zephyr stacks, you can triple jump and use that to cancel your fall damage, but if you die, you do lose all your stacks, so I think the Zephyr kit deserves like a B tier. Alright, this is the whole tier list finished, and I know some people might not be happy about it, but this is just my opinion. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, so thank you guys so much for watching.